Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Today I will present a flood emergency solution I developed for the remote community of Valora. Let's start with the emergency scenario. Valora is a remote community that has been affected by severe flooding, resulting in disruption of flood supplies and basic services. Such incidents highlight the vulnerability of remote community to natural disasters and the urgent need for effective, self-sustaining emergency solutions. Due to the remoteness of Valora, communities lack emergency equipment or infrastructure and lack of timely access to external support during emergencies. Therefore, my design direction is to let residents use products in the front of product design so that they can find ways to save themselves when flood disasters occur, rather than waiting for the rescue of relevant organizations. I will use a double diamond framework for structured problem solving and design to ensure that I'm fully thinking about how to design. It incorporates the Australian disaster preparedness framework to ensure the design meets national disaster response standards. My design rationale focuses on creating a solution that is not only functional but also culturally resonant and easy to deploy. The goal is to provide a product that the community can immediately rely on during a flood, reducing reliance on outside rescue. I have selected 11 kinds of materials as my products and have been selected. I start with a thorough evaluation of the material, taking into account factors such as water resistance, UV resistance, corrosion resistance, and impact strength. I also analyze the suitability of materials such as wood and cast iron and aluminum alloys to ensure their suitability in harsh conditions. Finally, I choose steel, high-density polyethylene, and polycarbonate and stainless steel as my design materials. And I drew a lot of sketches. I had a lot of ideas about coping with flood disasters and finally decided to choose emergency street lights as my final emergency response. And I also made prototype to test the effect of different materials on different ground environments. Then there's my 3D modeling process and rendering process. I also integrated Valora's cultural elements into the design of emergency streetlights. Extracted the signature color, and the pattern with cultural elements is used as the non-slip texture of the handle. Next is the dimensions of safe light. The overall result is this. I designed an emergency street lamp that can be used immediately in the event of the sudden flood. It's called Safe Light. In the nature state, the floating plant in the center of the street lamp is closed, does not affect the passengers or pedestrians, and provides light for the road. The contents can also be stored wheeled. The buoy will open automatically in case of flood, then the street lights glow red. Residents who don't have time to escape can grab handrails on floating board as temporary shelters. The handrail has a non-slip pattern designed according to local cultural elements, which is easy to master. The swimming ring is on the street lamp will also drop and can extend for 20 meters. This allows residents who did not have time to escape to grab the life buoy and follow the rope to the location of the streetlight. The color of the floatboard is bright orangey red based on local pattern elements. That way, the people around you will notice quickly. The angle at which the floatboard is open can block the water flow, change the direction of the water flow, and reduce the impact of the water on people. As the water level rises, the board will rise with excellent buoyancy. In the middle of the board are stored emergency life jacket, medicine, food, and inflatable boat. Shy people can use these items and wait until the flood water subsides and wait for rescuers or inflatable boat to leave. This is the material diagram of safe light. There are three forms of safety light. The first is the natural state. The floating plant is closed. The street lamp is used for lighting. And the second is that when the flood occurs, the floating plant will automatically open and release the life buoy. In the final stage, the floating plant will rise with the water level, providing shelters and access to emergency supplies. And this is my final prototype. Finally is the references. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.